state your name, and what grade you're in and how old you are.
I'm Mia. I'm technically a junior. Oh, and I'm 21.
Okay.
I was an English major, but then I just declared a double major in art history, and I am 20 years old.
I am Anna Simmons. I am a junior transfer, so this is my first year on campus. I am a visual arts major with a music minor.
Okay, so the first question I'm gonna ask you is, what did you want to do when you were younger?
I always wanted to do art, and then I used to want to be a veterinarian too. I was always between the two worlds.
I cycled through a lot of things, I think. I think when I was in middle school, I dreamed of being a writer. I quickly realized I didn't actually like writing. I don't know. Every time I thought about it, though, I always had art in the background.
For a long time, I did want to be a visual artist. I wanted to be a teacher at one point, a novelist, that kind of thing. That was when I was younger.
So when did you start noticing that idea about being a writer started to shift into something else, if you remember?
I stopped writing as the years went by. And slowly I just got into different things.
Right.
I've always been somebody who's very very artsy, and every time I got into a new hobby, I always tried to think about oh, maybe I'll do this as a job, especially when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't a shift. I was always kind of doing both at the same time because I was depicting a lot of animals and marine life into my work, and it's something that I started doing again recently. So I feel I didn't turn away from it, but I just became a lot more passionate about the desire to create.
And what did you like about being an artist or being a writer?
Well, they're both very expressive hobbies. You can really put all of your emotion into whatever you're writing or creating, and only the thing I'm most passionate about.
Yeah. And you're pursuing it currently, as of...
I didn't actually think I was pursuing it, but I kind of am pursuing it with... I always thought it's never gonna work out, it's not feasible. I always wrote it off, but somehow I ended up still majoring in those fields.
And what are some of your fears that you're facing right now as an artist?
It's more internalized doubt that I've been dealing with. It's very I have to remind myself that I'm here for the same reason that a lot of other art students are here for.
I went sort of down this spiral thinking that I'm just gonna be in debt forever and never be able to get a good job. And I read that art history is a rich person's major. The second you graduate high school, you're in debt, and then the second you graduate college, you have to find a job to pay off your debt. And it's just there's a lot of pressure there.
There's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Would you continue to pursue art even after college?
I think in a perfect world where I didn't have to worry about a job or money, I would definitely pursue art even more.
I think if money wasn't a problem, I probably would have gone full artist. I probably would be in New York City right now, fully just doing one of those Nepo babies.
Yeah.
Just be painting all day. I probably wouldn't be doing half the things that I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So you would say you would go full blown art if you could?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. I think it's important to ask these questions as a college student, be asked these questions.
Yeah, it feels I don't know, it feels almost like that technique in therapy where you just kind of acknowledge something for what it is. It kind of puts a stop to it by asking yourself about it or having somebody ask you about it.
Yeah, exactly. Fine.
That's what people always say about careers, is that you just kind of have to do what you're passionate about and it works out.
It really does.
It's hard to believe though at this age.
Yeah.